So we are going to do the beginning stages of our lawn gnomes. Once you take a look at this, you can see that the foundation of it is really something like this. A double pinch pot put together with the third pinch pot applied to the top. So this is the body and this is the head of your gnome. Later on during the week, we're going to be attaching all the facial features, the hair, the clothing. So this is going to happen later. So right now we need to get here. For us to begin, obviously we're going to need some clay, we're going to need some water, knife tool, and a couple of modeling tools, and a pin tool. So, when I start, I'm going to have a fairly large piece of clay that I want to get all the air pockets out by wedging the clay, kneading it, try to get all the bubbles out. Try to also get it into a general sphere. Use this part of your hand to knock it into place. You can even use the table as another way to knock your clay into something that's resembling a nice sphere. Next, I'm going to use my knife tool. I'm going to cut it in half. All right, like this. So what we're going to do, and this is just a simple way to make two roughly the same size pinch pots, because this needs to be hollow. So what I'm going to do is take my thumb, I'm going to jam it in there and turn and pinch. Naturally, this is going to turn into a bowl, so you don't need to try to spread it out. The clay naturally wants to go up and turn into a nice bowl. So this is just going to be maybe the bottom of the pinch pot. And this will be the top that we can attach on. Same thing, jam my thumb in there, and then turn and pinch. And you want to try to keep your sides as uniform as possible in terms of thickness. So you don't want some sides to be really thin and sometimes sides to be really thick, and you can kind of feel it as you're turning and pinching. All right, so apply more pressure, obviously, if you have a thicker side, and less when you find a thin spot. So I only have two of these. Next, I'm going to use my pin tool, and I'm going to scratch or score the surface here on both. Now, don't forget this part because clay naturally just wants to separate and go back to the state it was in originally. So this kind of keeps it where you want it to be. So I'm going to add a little bit of water, put them together, and I got to seal up this crease. So that's where my modeling tool is going to come into play. Take this modeling tool, and because your clay is so plastic right now, meaning it's very, very soft, pliable, it's almost the same consistency as something like cream cheese or peanut butter. So you want to find a modeling tool that looks like perhaps a butter knife. If you already know how to use that, come in with some skills already. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm going to pat it into a nice hollow egg shape, all right? So you don't want it to be flat because remember, this is the body of your gnome. This is the area where you're going to add clothing, a cape, a belt, buckles, what have you, buttons. And now you can kind of take your thumb, a little bit of water, smooth out some areas. It's going to be very jolly, very plump little gnome here. All right, so now we need to make the head. All right, so the head needs to be proportionate to the body of your gnome. So you don't want to take a huge piece of clay because it's just going to look like a big snowman. Then you want it to still look generally human. So tap this into another sphere again. And you can just jam your thumb right into this, or if you're a person that prefers to have a flat surface, you can see where your bowl is going to be going, you can do that. It's everyone's personal preference here. So turn and pinch. Once again, turn and pinch. And you're going to have something like that. Score it again. And I'm going to score it up top where I'm attaching this. Add a bit of water. All right. right, and now this crease here needs to be closed. So I'm going to try maybe a different pen tool here. See what happens. And you don't want to mush this down because you still want it to be a wonderful surface for you to apply your gnome's face. So a big nose, some puffy cheeks, fabulous beard, bushy eyebrows, all that stuff is going to happen tomorrow. So you need to make sure that you have a decent surface for you to apply all those fabulous features that are going to make this into a wonderful piece of artwork. So you want to establish, all right, maybe this is going to be the face, it's going to be the shoulders, and there.